today I'm going to do a video on the Magnum, the Hellwagon. Start with the inside, go to the outside, go into the hood, and then yeah, we'll just talk about it a little bit. So this car started out as a 2006 Dodge Magnum SRT8. Yes, it is a real SRT8, and to the purists, I'm sorry, I'm not sorry. You know, when I got this car, it was always a car that I wanted for with Dodge, you know, as a vehicle, as an SRT vehicle. And so when I got the opportunity to fully swap it, I decided to go ahead and do that. So parts were becoming really hard to find, interior parts, computer parts, all that stuff is just getting really fishy. So it was just hard to keep the car on the road with, you know, having to get aftermarket parts and, you know, things that I didn't necessarily want to do. But a lot of the newer parts do fit the car, suspension wise and things like that, newer transmissions. So this car did get a Hellcat rear cradle, transmission, and engine from a 2016. The engine is not out of a 2016 anymore. It is a fully built 426 Hemi from Horsepower Research in McKinney, Texas. The cam is one of the cams I used from the shop I worked at, tapped. Fuel system's tapped, triple pump, 285s, PWM, all Hellcat controlled on a Dash 8 feed line to the rails. And then yeah, we'll show you the interior here real quick, and then we'll just go on the outside of the car. So as you can see, everything is Charger Hellcat. Seats, dash, steering wheel, console, everything inside the car was swapped over. We did the door panels. Those did require some modifications to the panels to get them to work, but everything else works. All of my drive modes, launch control, you know, everything that basically is Hellcat is now in the car. So performance pages is all there. I did upgrade to 2018 radio, so this is the new radio. I'm having a weird software issue where my radio resets like every single time I key cycle. It's pretty annoying, but I mean, I could have worse things going on with the car. So but yeah, I mean, the inside's cool. Even the back, you know, we did the rear seats. Sorry, it's a little dirty. But yeah, everything pretty much bolts up. I'm running the stock A-pillars and trim for the floor, all the other stuff's from the Magnum. So it's all pretty much the same stuff. So everything bolted in just like I wanted, as far as the dash, the HVAC, all that good stuff. So everything else is pretty awesome. So anyway, we'll go to the outside of the car now and we'll show you that stuff. So the outside of the car is a 2012, 2013, 2014 Charger front end, hood, lights, bumper, and then I had custom fenders made from Dion from the Lab Auto in Houston. And then the car has been wrapped. It does have, you can kind of see the Hellcat silhouettes in the side. I also did it on the hood. You can kind of see it better in the black, but it is a Hellcat silhouette. I thought it was kind of cool. Did the mirrors, did a full wrap, and then of course now you can hear the cam. Car's pretty monstrous, you know, over 1,000 horsepower. Get the hood popped here real quick. Magnuson 2650 on top of a 7-liter 426 Hemi. Did a catch can with dash 8 fittings to a catch can here. Chiller system, pretty cold. It's got maxed out pulleys in the rear. That way it's running off of the roof. See how cold these fittings are. Have an inner chiller, I think a Nick Williams throttle body, and then a tap Hellcat adapter there. So this can actually move around for other models. And yeah, so we did a direct line to the back of the rail, fuel pressure sensor, and I am running an eSense from Advanced Fuel Dynamics. So this is actually a full flow through E85 sensor. So it's not restricted like the stock GM sensors people use. I'll explain this a little more too. It does have a flex sensor on it. Only a sensor. And we'll talk about that. So yeah, so the car does have a flex sensor on it and is running the new eSense from Advanced Fuel Dynamics, the fully flow through sensor. So I have no restrictions like the stock, like the GM style E85 sensor. So I can monitor my E85 content. The car is on E. I could not get the flex kit to work properly. It's not a huge deal. I'm on E anyway. I need to be on E. The car is making way too much boost, way too much power for pump gas anyway, at least for wide open throttle driving. So anyway, flex sensor is pretty sweet. It's, I think the one we have, or the one I have on the car, is one of their very first ones that they put out as kind of a prototype. So that thing's been working great. Haven't had any issues with it at all. And it does have an AFD Bluetooth link for the sensor, so I can monitor my fuel content. But I mean, overall, the car's awesome. It is being still tuned. There's a couple little things still that I need to work out. Actually, one thing that I need to work out that we're kind of in the works of right now, which isn't a big deal. It's just it goes into lit mode sometimes when I'm at low speeds and I punch it. Just a setting that we got to figure out how to eliminate. So we're working on that, and then once that's done, then I'll say done with the car. I mean, I don't really plan on doing anything else to it. The car is fast, it's reliable, it's a good driver, and yeah, we'll just kind of keep trying to get it out there and show people the car, and do what we need to do to keep this thing going. But yeah, the car does great. It's very fast. It's scary fast. I don't race people. I don't go to the track. It's just one of those things I just don't do anymore. I'm a husband. I'm a dad. I've got kids. I just don't do that stuff. So maybe one day, once I maybe get this thing on a trailer, I can trailer it to the track and then run it in case I break something, which that's bound to happen. But other than that, I mean, yeah, the car is awesome. I love the car. It definitely surprised me when we first got this thing into wide open throttle tuning. So anyway, if you guys have any questions about it, please like, share, subscribe. I'm trying to put more content out for these cars and just things that I try to do around here at the shop. And I appreciate all the support that you guys have given me here lately. And yeah, we'll go from there. That was just a little overview of the car. Again, I love the car. It's great, wonderful, fast, it's pretty. Again, do your thing, hit that like button, see what we can get out here, get some more content, more cars, more cool shit. Peace out.